In war-torn Africa, how much is a human life really worth?
What could I pay you not to do this?
You wanna pay me?
Why not? Look at them. These are not rebels. Soon they will be worthless to you. Why not take some money for your work?
How much?
You name a price.
10,000 francs for each.
Bud quickly pulled out 10,000 francs, just enough to save his wife from danger. As he was about to leave, he glanced back at a group of helpless locals. His conscience wouldn't let him walk away. He went back to the officer, offering the last 100,000 francs he had to buy the lives of everyone there. The officer looked over the crowd of refugees, people he saw as worthless, but in the end, he agreed. Bud led them all back to the Hotel Rwanda, only to find the place in complete chaos. The owner was ready to leave and handed over the keys to Bud. The lobby was packed wall to wall with refugees and tourists, all desperate for a room that could mean survival. Bud got his wife and kids settled first, then changed into a sharp suit and told the crowd, "Rooms are limited, one per family." Even so, demand far outstripped supply. Then the Red Cross showed up with a truckload of orphans. Looking at those small, defenseless faces, Bud's heart softened again. He gave the last available room to them. He had no idea how long he could keep this up. Outside, rebel forces were slaughtering people without mercy. All he could do was save as many as possible and pray that foreign troops would arrive soon. Luckily, just days later, soldiers from several nations actually showed up. Everyone felt a spark of hope for survival. But to their shock, these European powers weren't there to stop the massacre. They'd only come to evacuate their own citizens. On the departing buses, many looked out with guilt and shame in their eyes, because on the other side of the rain stood the Rwandans, waiting for their fate to be decided. Watching the buses pull away, Bud sank into despair. Once the foreigners were gone, the hotel would lose its UN peacekeeper protection and fall into rebel hands. Soon, food began running out. Bud had no choice but to risk going straight to the rebel leader to buy supplies. He saw the farmland he once knew had been turned into a military camp, with Rwandan women penned up like livestock. The rebels indulged their cruelty without restraint. The leader, knowing Bud was a smart man, tried to lure him in, promising wealth and power if he joined them. Bud flatly refused. Before he left, the leader gave him a warning. "Stick to the riverbank, it's safer." Bud followed the advice, driving along the river. But before long, the car began to jolt violently. He stepped out to check, and in the very next second, he was struck speechless by what he saw.